Andrew, what are you going to show off from Thoropass?
Well, I'm very, very excited to talk to you today and show off Thoropass. And I think one of the main things that makes us interesting at Thoropass is that not only do we manage your compliance and are a compliance automation platform, but our unique proposition is that we are also the auditor. So we have built a compliance automation platform, but we've also built an audit automation platform. And because we're the auditor, I want to show off how we manage those audits today. And I want to say that not only do we have the platform we've built that uses AI and some other stuff that I'm going to show you and integrations, but also we connect with you from day one, and our auditor has a conversation with you on day one, understanding what are your controls, what frameworks are you trying to achieve, what is your compliance journey for that year, and we're working with you to ensure that you meet that directly. So a lot of other compliance platforms, they're going to help you on the compliance side, but once you get to audit, you're kind of on your own. And that's where our unique proposition
That's
lies.
a very good point.
And when you see here is that we've made that all easy through technology as well. So we have a couple different audits running here. Of course, this is a demo environment, but one of our unique offerings is the fact that we can run multiple framework audits at the same time. So not only can we do your SOC 2 Type 2 audit, but we're also a high trust assessor, and we can do other audits concurrently. So you can go through that painful audit process at one time, and we make it easy for you through the system to understand where you are in that process. What evidence have you collected? What haven't you collected? Who needs to do what? And again, all of this information automatically goes in through to our auditors, and then they're working through that, and you're working with the auditors directly in the platform. Because they understand your control set, all of this will not be new to them, and it's not that thing where you're handling your compliance and then sort of throwing it over the wall to them. Now, many platforms in this space have various different integrations and monitors that let you configure and manage and monitor the information for your compliance. We also do. We connect into all your CSPs. We connect into your various systems that you're using to manage your products, etc. And we do that, and then we bring that information automatically into the platform as evidence. So most of the evidence collection that you need to do already happens through integrations and monitors, but the unique thing that we do here is that our auditors helped us build these integrations, so there's no questions asked on how did this information get pulled. We know that this information is as needed and is going to fulfill the audit that you have. So again, a lot of the evidence here, as you can see, this is pulled directly from AWS, and it pulls in the MFA configuration that you need. And so that very tedious work that it takes to put and try to find screenshots, most of that is automatically captured and then flows straight in through to the audit. And because our auditors help us build it, it makes it easier. I also want to highlight here that we pull in pieces of all over the platform that you're managing, and that means, again, we're automating that process for you, so your information security policy, etc., can be added here as well. Now, there's a lot that we automate. Some stuff that can't be automated, you may still need to grab something, and that's where we've used and utilize AI. So here's an example. I want to add a spreadsheet, or maybe I'm going to add a screenshot, and I want to understand whether the information that I'm putting in is something the auditor wants. And what our audit team and most audit teams struggle with, the number one time waste in audit, is ensuring you have the right information as evidence. And if it's automatically gathered, obviously that makes it the right thing. But if you have to manually update it, then when you do that, there's that trepidation as the user. Am I adding the right thing? Is this the right screenshot? What is needed here? And what we've done is used AI to have it match what that evidence it is that you're asking for and identify, hey, is this working correctly? Is there anything that's missing? Is there anything that's conflicting in the evidence that you added here? And this is all before it even goes to the auditor. So, auditors, once they see things, they can't unsee them. So you can decide here what goes over, and you can make sure that the evidence that you're adding is accurate from day one, reducing that time in audit and those loops that happen. So all of this is in service of ensuring you have a seamless audit, and that once a year time that seems very painful gets really sucked down to something that is very easily manageable. And the automation that we've built in here, as well as the automation we have for our auditors, ensures insanely quick turnaround time on these audits, and the ability to handle these audits across multiple frameworks at the same time means you're not forever in an endless audit.
When your customers come on board, when someone becomes a new customer, what do you find is the one aspect, the one feature that becomes the most valuable to them?
The one aspect and the one feature that's the most value to them is this seamless, speedy audit. And when we connect with a customer, and especially our larger clients, they're often in the process of having to run concurrent audits, and they're in an endless audit cycle. And like I said, our auditors meet with you on day one, and we understand then what's your control set that you're going to have that is going to manage to that audit process and ensure that that is seamless all the way through. So really, it's that partnership that we have with our clients through the technology that makes that whole thing easier. As an example, now moving over into the compliance side, as the audit is the end result here on the compliance side, we allow you to maintain and manage your compliance program, understand those controls that are there. These, again, can be managed across frameworks and across different products. So if you have multiple products and multiple frameworks that all have the same policy, you can manage it once, and then it gets stored there. And then more importantly, of course, that all ends up as evidence later. And we do this and manage a lot of these controls directly through our integrations. Again, integrations through all the various cloud service providers, monitor and logging, developer tools, etc. And that allows those integrations and those controls to be managed automatically. Now, some stuff you still have to do on a regular basis, something like an access review, for instance, and those processes can be quite painful. So we've built an access review tool as well. Utilizing our integrations and our connection points, we can easily pull in the various systems that you have access for. We make it easy for you as the person managing this access review to see who needs to do what. And if you are the person that's doing the access review, you can come in here and you can go to that access review. And because we're integrated with the system, we can easily assess what's changed or hasn't changed since the last time you've done an access review. You can mark any changes, and again, makes all of this automatically flows on into the audit based on what you've done, and there's no questions asked. There's no throwing it over the fence once you get to the auditor. It all flows directly over and through. We also have other compliance tooling such as our risk register here, how you have the ability to manage your various risk, your health, risk categories. And again, all of this connects in through to controls and then connects in through, as I keep saying, back to the audit. Another area that we do and handle that is fairly complex is something like due diligence questionnaires, which can come fast and frequent. Again, we're using AI to answer questions. You can put in your documentation, and then we can fill out these questionnaires for you, and then all you have to do is go through and approve the various answers that are there.
It just seems like very nice UI. It's very seamless. It seems like all the steps are needed, and the fact that you have the whole compliance process tied to the audit, that they can, as you said, just flow very quickly from one to the next, seems like kind of a nice all-in-one solution right here.
Yeah, and when you said what are our customers looking for when they come to us, it's that they want a partner when it comes to their solution, and they want it from end to end. And what we found is that in a world where they're just managing their compliance, then as soon as they get to the auditor, they're having to re-explain stuff. Their scope changed during the year. How are they managing that? And if you're doing that all in our platform and working with us, then when it comes to audit, those audits become a breeze, and it's no longer this once a year pain point you're looking at and going, oh no, something we have to do. It becomes a breeze.
Excellent. Well, if you, our audience, would like some to see the demo on your own or test it out for yourself, you got to talk to the people over at Thoropass, because everyone's got compliance and audit issues that go hand in hand. And to make it a lot less painful and a lot more successful, go check out what they're doing over at Thoropass. It's thoropass.com. There's the address right there. Go check them out.